Hello again, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do things a little differently this time. I think I'm going to try it with just the microphone and not me in the video. Okay, so today I am going to talk about, it's going to be like a segment for my short stories. Stories that I've whipped up rather quickly, but I would love to get back and expand on them. First up is the Don't Let It Turn Around. Was my horror cyber thriller kind of like thing. I made it so that it would that it was coming through the computer. How to describe it? Okay, so the book entails about these hackers that come upon the deep web and like to explore the deep web, and really they're just overconfident and trying to uncover some of the people behind doing odd things back there. One finds a mysterious link that takes them to this hellish kind of website where they are lured in, and if you watch the video all the way, you get sucked into the final link where it takes you to somebody sitting in a chair and slowly turning around. Now, the whole premise of this is not to look away from them, because every time they do, the creature moves or the person moves, whoever it is. And the minute that you keep looking away or doing something else or distracted, it turns more and more. And then finally, you're in and you cannot escape. The book talks about, well, the story is meant to be a horror. There's a lot of horrible things going on in the videos, graphic depictions, and just generally it was supposed to be a horror of horrors kind of like thing. I never really did a whole bunch of horror in my works, but this is probably the nastiest I did. But unfortunately, somebody said it was a little tame, and I'm like, tame? Like, wow. So I think this time, I think I will go and try to make a part 2 of this, as I was intending it to be a full novel, but I couldn't really see myself focusing too much on it. So I will get back to doing another part to that one, maybe extending it a bit more. Do I like horror? I am an odd person for getting into horror sometimes, but not a whole lot of it. But I like to throw my hat into that genre because I find it interesting, and I find it's a good way to get rid of some dark thoughts by pouring it into a novel. But I don't want it to be so gory that nobody will want to read it. I know there's a lot of gore fans out there who love this kind of thing. But yeah. So, yeah, Don't Let It Turn Around was a short story. Obviously, I haven't had a whole lot of interest in it just because it's short stories. Short stories tend not to get a lot of traction, mainly because people aren't interested in reading short stories, and there are a good number that do. But when you put it on to like Amazon or like Smashwords, you can't get the audience to come in and buy it for like 99 cents. You know, it's like they want it free, and it's like, well, I'm glad that you want. I will give you a free copy, for review and whatever. But at the same time, it's like I'm trying to make a living. I'm trying to generate some money and I understand that a good number of people out there would rather wait until there's free. And I'm like, well, that's not really supporting indie authors. That'd be great if it was like one of the big publishers that, overcharge for everything, but I'm not encouraging that. Not at all. I think, I guess if the story's worth enough, somebody will buy it. But at the same time, it's like, if you're interested in the story, buy it. All of us indie authors, the ones trying to make a living, are trying to make a living. It's just, it gets me how some people just want everything for free and not pay anything. And it's like, well, that would be an idealistic world if it was a nice utopia, if we just, all got along and didn't have to pay for anything. But we're in a realistic world. And I'm not here to scold, but I don't want this to detract from the fact that, yes, I'm doing this to get some money as well. I mean, I enjoy writing the stories, and I'm glad if you enjoy the story and you want it, great, buy it. It's cheap. 99 cents is cheap. Would I buy one if it was 99 cents? Sure. Why not? Unfortunately, I'm strapped for cash. I'm sure a lot of people out there are strapped for cash right now in this pandemic, which is more than understandable. We're all going through something during this time. So for now, I'm just going to leave that be and just mention more about the short story, how it came apart. Well, I had a nightmare once, and it was very disturbing to me because this is the dream I had of this creature, of this person, this unknown, that would always slowly turn around in a chair. And I had this dream of me on a computer watching this happen, because I was into a lot of the dark web videos at one time. And I gotta say, it really affected me in that dream, because that's what I saw, was like the creature would slowly turn. And I keep calling it a creature. It wasn't a creature. It was just this being. I don't know. You'd have to read the novel. Or the short story. I'm sorry. But it really did affect me. So I poured my thoughts into this book. And I think that it pretty much is on par with what I had envisioned. Could have gone a little longer, sure. The way I wrote it was pretty much how I dreamt it. And I do that with a lot of my stories. I dream my stories, by the way. People say, well, where do you get your ideas? How do you jot them down? I don't. I dream these things. I have the full story in my head. I know exactly how it's going to be. Some people call it an outline. I said, no, it's not an outline. It is, in fact, a book in my head. And I view it like I would a movie or a TV show in my mind. So I can rewind. I can go back to people's speaking parts. It's not that I have like great memory. It's just that I know where things fall into place. And that's how I write. I write like that. I don't. Some people say, well, you need to like create a storyboard or outline and create your plot. And I'm like, no, I know what I want right off the bat. I don't. If I have to sit down and write this stuff out, because if I don't, then I slowly forget about stuff, and then I start to veer off from what I was doing. No, that's how I write. I write as I do it, because I know what it's supposed to be about. So in this story, I know everything about it. I know how the person was supposed to die. I know how the imagery. I know everything from the wind, how it was sounding. I know how just every little minor detail I would know. So I put it into this story. It was a short story, and I'm glad I wrote it. I hope to do another one just like it. Somebody gave it a good review on Goodreads, and it is available on Amazon, and I think I put it on Inkit if you really want to go there. I may take it off, but if you're a member of Inkit, you probably go Inkit.com. You could probably see it there. Generally, I enjoy doing the story. Will I do more? Yes. Will I do more horror? I don't know. To be honest, right now I'm focused on the mysterious world of Professor Dark and his shadow, which is kind of in that sort of paranormal horror kind of thing that I kind of like. So I'm going to focus more on there for now. But the short story, I did it. I put it out of my mind so I could put it out for you to read. Whether or not it's horrible for you, I don't know. Whether you find it interesting or not, that's up to you. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here for reviews. I would enjoy reviews no matter where or how. Good ones, bad ones, I accept them all. I have to accept them all. And that's pretty much it for this segment for that one. My next segment will be on my Distant Saga trilogy and how that came about. And those were a series of short stories too. So I'd like to focus on that and maybe promote that a bit, and let you be the judge of where I was in that one. But for now, I was the Don't Let It Turn Around was more of like a horror movie kind of idea, and I hope you go and read it. It's over at Amazon on my website, over at Inkit. I'm not sure if I put it on Wattpad or not, but either way, I mean, you could get it for free on Wattpad or Inkit, or you could go and support me on my Amazon and buy it for cheap, because that's it's just a small story, and I thought it was great. But that's me. I'm every author like, yeah, my story's great. And it's like, well, some people like it, some people don't. So yeah, that's it for this segment. Just a short one, and then I'll see you for the next one. Thank you very much.